Hello, dear students. Welcome to English literature class. Today, I have an interesting story with me written by Ruskin Bond, and we are going to begin with a story. The title of the story is The Boy Who Broke the Bank. This story uh, is basically about how rumor uh, causes the collapse of a bank. Okay, how rumor causes the collapse of a bank. The story, let me repeat the title of the story, that is The Boy Who Broke the Bank. Okay, the story begins with uh, Nathu, who is a sweeper boy, and he is working at a private bank as a sweeper boy, and that private bank is owned by a local businessman, Seth Govind Ram. Okay, so now the story begins in the words of the author. Nathu, the sweeper boy, grumbled to himself as he swept the steps of a small local bank owned by Seth Govindram, a man of wealth whose haphazard business dealings had often brought him to the verge of ruin. Nathu used the small broom hurriedly and carelessly. The dust, after rising in a cloud above his head, settled down again on the steps. As he banged his pan loudly against a dustbin, Sitaram, the washerman's son, passed by. So, here in the first paragraph of the story, we come to know there is a sweeper boy. In fact, the story begins with the sweeper boy, Nathu, who is working at that bank. And one more information we get here, that the bank is owned by a local businessman named Seth Govind Ram. As Nathu is busy with his work of sweeping, uh, there is a sudden entry of one of his trusted friends, and he is none other than Sitaram. Sitaram is another important character in this story. Sitaram, the washerman's son. Okay, now, okay, paragraph 2. Sitaram was on his delivery round. He had a bundle of freshly pressed clothes balanced on his head. Don't raise such dust. Okay. While Nathu, the sweeper boy, was sweeping, because of some reasons he was annoyed and he was causing the dust to rise, or okay, with his broom. So Sitaram, the washerman's son, he called out to Nathu, "Oh Nathu, why are you so annoyed, and you are just raising the dust all around you? You annoyed because you have not got your payment from the bank as of now?" So here we come to know that Nathu, the sweeper boy who was working at that bank, had not got his payment from the bank, and that's why he was annoyed. Paragraph 3. I don't want to talk about it, Nathu says. He is annoyed and he is angry. Okay. I haven't even received my regular pay. Soon 2 months' pay will be due. Who would think that this was a bank holding up a poor man's salary? As soon as I get my money, I am off. Not another week will I work in this place. And Nathu banged the pan against the dustbin several times. In this paragraph, we get to know that Nathu, the sweeper boy, has not got his salary, and now it's going to be 2 months since he has not got his salary. And We also come to know in this paragraph that he is waiting for his salary. Once he gets his salary, he is going to find another job. He was not going to continue with his job at the bank. Okay, paragraph 4. Well, I wish you luck, said Sitaram. I will be on the lookout for a new job for you. And he plodded barefoot along the road, the big bundle of clothes hiding most of his head and shoulders. So here we come to know that Sitaram, the washerman's son, uh, promises to help Nathu, the sweeper boy, with another job once he gets his salary from the bank. Paragraph 5. At the fourth home he visited, delivering the washing, Sitaram overheard the woman of the house saying how difficult it was to get someone to sweep the courtyard. Tying his bundle, Sitaram said, I know of a sweeper boy who is looking for work. He might be able to work for you from next month. He is with Seth Govindram's bank just now, but they aren't paying him his pay and he wants to leave. So in this paragraph, we get one information that Sitaram happens to visit one of his customers for giving their clothes to them, and the customer is a lady, okay, and she is in search of sweeper boy, okay, and Nathu was promised by Sitaram, the this washerman's son, that he will look out for a job for him. Okay, so here he got a good opportunity, and he can help to his friend Nathu and his customer, this woman or this lady. Okay. Oh, is that so? Said Mrs. Prakash. And why aren't they paying him? So here we come to know that Nathu, the sweeper boy, informs his friend Sitaram, the washerman's son, about the delay in his payment from the bank. And Sitaram, the washerman's son, when he visits one of his customers, Mrs. Prakash, he informs Mrs. Prakash what Nathu shared with him. Okay. Now Mrs. Prakash becomes curious why the bank is not paying its employees. They must be short of money. Soon, Sitaram, the washerman's son, makes his own opinion about the bank, that bank may not have enough money to pay its employees. Now you realize the beginning of the journey of rumor. Mrs. Prakash laughed. Well, tell him to come and see me when he is free. Okay, so Mrs. Prakash tells Sitaram, the washerman's son, that when your friend is free, Miss Nathu, the sweeper boy, you tell him to come to me and I have a job for him. He can work here, right? Sitaram becomes happy that he is going to help two persons, his friend as well as his customer. Now, it is very natural, Mrs. Prakash, the customer of Sitaram, she too will have many friends. She goes out to the bazaar for buying things, and there she happens to meet one of her friends, Mrs. Bhushan. Okay, now Mrs. Prakash shares this information with Mrs. Bhushan in the words of Mrs. Prakash. Do you know, my dear Miss? Okay, do you know, my dear, that Seth Govindram's bank can't even pay its employees? Only this morning I heard a complaint from their sweeper boy who hasn't received his pay for 2 months. Now, we notice here that the rumor has already uh, traveled some distance and it has reached the fourth person here, Mrs. Bhushan. In the words of Mrs. Bhushan, it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. If they can't pay the sweeper, they must be in a bad way. None of others can be getting paid either. Now, Mrs. Prakash makes, sorry, this is Mrs. Bhushan. She makes her own opinion about the bank, that the bank must be running out of money. It must have shortage of money. That's why it is not paying its employees. Now, Mrs. Bhushan too will have some friends of hers to inform. Okay, she frantically and madly goes about to look out for her husband, who was sitting comfortably in Mr. Jugal Kishore's electrical goods shop. Okay, so she informs him, so there you are. I have been looking for you for nearly an hour and I don't know what is happening to this town. And you know, the bank has got bankrupt. Before Mr. Bhushan could ask his wife about which bank, Jugal Kishore, the shopkeeper, becomes curious and asks, what did you say? Which bank? Why? Said Govindram's bank. Of course, I hear they have stopped paying their employees. No salary for over 3 months. Remember, that was 1 month, it became 2 months, and now she is saying 3 months, her own opinion. Okay. Don't tell me you have an account with them, Mr. Kishore. So the shopkeeper, Mr. Kishore, may not have an account. He may not be an account holder with that bank, but he has his relatives and friends. Let us see what happens. Okay. My neighbor has. So he calls out to the keeper of the barber shop next door, Faz Hussain. Oh, Faz Hussain, do you know the latest news of the town? No, no, I don't know. What's the news? The news is that Seth Gobind Ram's bank has got bankrupt. It's not in a position to pay its employees. Oh, is it so? Actually, that time, Faz Hussain, the barber, was giving haircut to one of his customer. He was sitting there and he was startled and he cut a bit of his customer's ear as well. He was injured a bit, but the customer didn't mind it. The customer was pained more by the news that the bank was going to be bankrupt, because that customer happens to be one of the customers of that bank. Okay, so he immediately left the barber's shop or salon and went to the nearby shop opposite the road, and from there he rang Mr. sorry Seth Govindram, the owner of the bank, but he could not contact him. Later on, he came to know that Seth Govindram, the owner of the bank, was holidaying in Kashmir. He was enjoying his vacation in Kashmir. Okay, now the old customer, the elderly customer who was sitting in the barber's shop, he smelt the rat. He thought something is fishy. Okay, what is fishy? Because the owner of the bank has already left the town. because, and now he became more confident that the bank was really, it had become bankrupt, and that's the reason why the owner of the bank has fled the town and he has gone to Kashmir. Okay, he could not contact the owner of the bank. Okay, Seth Govindram. Sorry. The bird has flown, said the elderly customer. Bird has flown means the defaulter has run away from the town. Okay, who is being referred to the bird? Seth Govindram, the owner of the bank. Okay, so now the customer is not going to get his hair cut. Okay, it was still not complete. He says, I will have the rest of my hair cut another time. Okay, now he has to join the line because already there was a big line. The rumor has already traveled so far that there was a big line of customers outside the bank, and so he wanted to get his haircut the next day, the remaining work, and he hurriedly went to join the customers who were standing outside the bank. Okay, this elderly person, and the news spread through the bazaar. Now here in this paragraph you will come to know how rumors spreads. Okay, the news spread through the bazaar with the rapidity of a forest fire. From the general store it traveled to the tea shop, circulated amongst the customers, and then spread with them in various directions to the pawn seller, the tailor, the fruit vendor, the jeweler, the beggar sitting on the pavement, and many are still left. Okay, how it travels. Men stood in groups at street corner discussing the situation, the small town. Okay, and everywhere there are many unemployed and free people who always want a topic to discuss. So the free people of the town got a topic to discuss. Now they will become economists and expert, and they will start discussing this topic for a week to come, or a month to come, or maybe for many months, some of them. Okay. Hmm. Some of the customers said, okay, array, I was very wise. I knew that this bank was going to be bankrupt, seeing the history of Seth Govind Ram's business. The others said, okay, array, I was very wise. I didn't have my account there in that bank. There was another group of people and who were saying, I had my account there, but I don't know, my sixth sense worked, and I last month only I withdrew all the money. And okay, so now they were advising other account holders to withdraw their money as soon as possible before it is too late and the bank really has no money left there. Okay, so there is a rumor that none of you has been paid. Okay, actually, there among the customers, there among the customers, there was one person whose relative was working as a clerk in that bank. So he called him and he asked him whether the employees of that bank were getting their salary or not. So in reply, the clerk said that I have got my salary. All other employees in working in this bank are getting their salary. Maybe there are a few part-time employees who are on contract basis. They may not have got their salary, and that is not because the bank has no money. It is because the clerk responsible for giving the salary, he is on a sick leave for a month, and that's the reason. And now you see, well, the clerks have had their salaries, so this is what he informs them. But the rumor has already spread in the whole town, and there is a big line outside the bank, and they all want their money. Okay, so by afternoon the bank had gone through all its ready money. Okay, all whatever money was there, whatever cash was there, the bank manager gave away all the money to those customers who were standing in a big line. Now, because every branch has a limited money, and the bank never thought that so many people will come together to withdraw their money. Now it was evening time, and it was time for the bank to close. And so the manager requested the customers, he came outside and requested the customers, rest of you who have not got their money, they can come tomorrow and get their money, okay, right? But among them there were some mischievous people, some antisocial elements were also there, and they started like creating problems. These type of people are always there, they are always looking out for such an occasion, okay, such an opportunity. And one of those mischievous persons, one of them who had not even a rupee, not even a pie, not even a rupee in that bank, one of them threw a stone. Then it has started now, others also join. So the window panes, okay, they started throwing bricks or stones, other things, and started damaging the bank property, bank's assets. The manager went inside, and the police were called, and the mob was dispersed, okay. So that happened. So next morning, so that day the mob was dispersed. Next morning, Nathu comes back to the bank for his usual works, for his routine work. And when he came there, he was startled, he was shocked to see what had happened, because he could see the pieces of broken glass, broken window panes everywhere around him, pieces of bricks and stones and bottles, everything. So he was cursing that all these gundas and criminals and mischievous people have done this thing. He was cursing. Actually, Nathu, the sweeper boy, was cursing both the mischievous people who had done all this thing and increased his workload, and he was cursing the bank owner as well, because he was not getting his salary. Meanwhile, while he was busy with his work, okay, there comes another character. Guess who comes there? Yeah, it is Sitaram, the washerman's son. He comes there and he asks Nathu that, Nathu, you withdraw your money from here. Do you know this bank is going to, it has become bankrupt and it is going to close. So Nathu very innocently asked that, I had no idea this bank is going to close. Okay, how it has started, it has started from Nathu only, and now Nathu is innocent. So it happens in our life, without checking the facts about anything. We hear from somebody and we happen to gossip it with our friends, and those friends have their friends, and their friends their relatives and friends, and thus the rumor travels faster than any other thing, okay. And that's the story, okay. So that's why the title is The Boy Who Broke the Bank. Here breaking is causing to collapse, okay. It was Nathu, but you cannot blame Nathu anyway. He just shared it, what he shared, it was not, he didn't mean that at all. So even if you don't mean a damage or a harm to anybody, unknowingly, uncautiously, we do it. Why? Because we don't check the facts. I hope you must have enjoyed the story. Thank you very much. God bless you.